In this chapter, we are going to describe how to best manage all the thoughts we have processed with our conscious mind so that we become more efficient and successful. In HUGE, we are going to sort all our processed thoughts into 4 categories. The first category of thought we call committed thoughts. Those are the thoughts that we are going to act upon and put on the calendar. For example, I will call my friend Mary tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. I will fly to New York at 2 p.m. next Wednesday. I have a dentist appointment next Thursday at 4 p.m., and I will be there. This group consists entirely of calls for action. We are committed to fulfilling these thoughts with a specific action performed by a specific deadline. Committed thoughts are priorities for us, and we can submit them as tasks on our handheld devices with an alarm or mark on them on our computer or calendar. The action of putting all our committed thoughts onto a calendar or schedule prevents double booking. If we left the remembering of all these details to our subconscious mind without physically recording them in some way, there is the possibility that we might forget and miss an appointment. I'm sure some of you have experienced that. When we follow our committed thoughts with action, we transcend from thinking, creating, and causing in the ocean of abundance to outcomes and effects in the physical world. The second category of thoughts we call our promised thoughts. Promised thoughts are those thoughts we want to act upon but are not yet committed to a specific time of completion. For example, I want to see a movie next week. I want to go on vacation in August. Those thoughts can be put on our list of things to do in the future, but do not require that we give them a specific time or date. Keeping a list of promised thoughts ensures that we won't forget to do what we promised or desire to do. Filing them on a calendar or any handheld device helps to ensure that we will complete the task sometime in the future. The third category of thoughts we call stored thoughts. We constantly submit information to, retrieve information from, and store information in our subconscious mind, which is our storage, our memory, and our database. These stored thoughts consist of information we want to remember and we may use at some point in the future for future action. For example, the mailman just introduced himself to us and we want to remember his name. Our new friend told us that her birthday is August 6th. We want to remember this so we can send her a birthday card next year or buy her a present. I remember walking behind Tony in the graduation line at school. I remember my first dog, Fido. As in the other cases, we can use handheld devices or use a filing system to ensure that we won't forget things that we want to remember. The fourth category of thoughts we call eliminated thoughts. Eliminated thoughts are the thoughts we do not want to think about, nor store in our subconscious mind, our memory, or our database. As with our computer, we want to delete those thoughts and empty the trash bin. These thoughts do not serve or benefit us. We declare these thoughts to be out of integrity for us. Sometimes it seems that certain unwanted thoughts keep coming back to us, and we cannot get rid of them. Here is an example. A man was driving with a friend 2 years ago. His car was rear-ended, and his friend died. But the man survived. Since then, the man has continued to feel guilty because he was driving his friend somewhere and his friend died. He kept on wondering what would have happened if he had not been driving his friend somewhere that day. All those thoughts were just haunting him. What could he do about it? Well, the doing part was over. Since he could not do anything about what happened in the past, what the man could do in the present is declare those haunting thoughts out of integrity, delete them, and replace the undesired thoughts with thoughts from one of the 3 remaining categories of thoughts: committed, promised, or stored thoughts. The focus of your thinking will then shift from the unwanted thoughts to the desired thoughts. This refocusing process can be particularly helpful in cases of breakdowns, such as the loss of a loved one, or the loss of a friendship, money, or the loss of a job. Veterans of war who often suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome, for example, may benefit greatly by applying this technique. By replacing unwanted thoughts with the wanted ones, you maintain your integrity. When we process thoughts with our conscious mind, we can ask ourselves, do we want to think integrity thoughts or out of integrity thoughts? The choice of how to control our way of thinking is ours.